Okay, today we're talking about multiplication of polynomials, which really is just kind of an extension of what we did last week, okay? So if you were doing well on taking that one monomial and distributing it through, you will be fine on today's, okay? The only difference on today's, instead of a monomial on the outside, is you might have a binomial, okay? Like 2 terms times 2 or whatever. So here's our first problem. 2x plus 3 times x plus 5. Now, does anyone have any thoughts using what we learned last week on how we could solve this? What did we use last week? We distributed, right? So, does anyone have thoughts on how we could use that to solve this? Callan?
I wrote it wrong. Are like terms.
Well, we're multiplying, not adding. Yeah, distribute one into the other. Okay, so here's I'm gonna teach you the FOIL method, and then essentially all of that means is distribute. But a lot of times people will teach the FOIL method because it kind of helps you know how to solve when it's a 2 times 2. Okay, so it stands for first, outside. Inside and last. So essentially, we're going to multiply the first 2 terms, right? What would 2x times x give you?
3x.
We're multiplying, not adding. 2x squared, right? We multiply the numbers, add the exponents, okay? And then we multiply the outside numbers, so that would be 2x times 5. So you can use this if you want. Truthfully, what's easiest is just take the first term, distribute it, and then we'll go back and take the second term and distribute it. Okay? So what do I get when I distribute 2x to 5? What's 2x times 5?
10x1.
Okay, so how would I write that?
10 plus 10.
Plus 10.
X 1.
Yeah. Do I need to put the 1 there?
No, but it's easier.
Okay. Maybe. If it is, you can put it there. We just don't need it. All right. What's the other part that I have to distribute besides 2x?
3.
3. What's 3 times x?
3x.
So positive 3x. And then 3 times 5,
15.
positive 15. Now, here's kind of the biggest difference from what we did last week is most of the time you will have to combine some like terms. Okay? What are my like terms here?
2x,
Yeah.
10x, 3x.
No,
Just
10x and 3x. Whoever said that first. Okay, so 2x doesn't have a like term. We just bring it down. We get 2x squared plus what?
15. Or plus 13.
13x are like terms. And then bring down the plus 15. Yes, sir.
A few days ago, because I think this was
Similar. The difference was, Hogan, is we didn't have 2 terms. Like this would have only had the 2x, and then we distributed just the 2x. So now we have 2 times. Everything we did was like 1 term times 2 or 3. Okay? But today we're going to have at least 2 terms times 2 or times 3 terms. Okay? Fair enough? So that's the way FOIL works. If you want to do that, it's multiply the first terms, multiply the outside terms, then it's the inside and the last. But again, I think just as easy as just distributing each part. Fair enough? Okay. All right, let's look at a couple more of those, and then we'll go to the good stuff. Okay. Anybody want to try this one?
Calvin.
Okay, go for it.
Alright, let me write that. X minus 2.
So we have x minus 2 times 3x plus 4. What's the first thing you're going to distribute, Callan? Okay. X times 3x would give you what?
3x squared.
Good. And then x times
4. I'll give you plus 4x. Then negative 2 times 3.
Okay.
And give you negative 6x. 2 times 4 would give -8.
Good. Okay, so we distribute to both parts, and then we combine any like terms that we have. What would that be here, Callan?
4x and 6x. 4x
So-
and -6x.
Yeah, sure. So we bring down 3x squared. What is 4x plus -6 or minus 6?
-2.
Negative 2x
X minus 8.
minus 8. Now, I am going to show you this in your notes. You're probably not going to see a ton that are like this, but I want you to at least see one so we've seen it before. Okay. Most of the time, I think we're going to keep probably just one variable, but if they have two variables, we need to know what to do with them. So same idea. What number am I distributing first?
5g.
Okay. So 5g times 5g would give me what?
25g squared.
Good. 25g squared. Okay. Somebody else tell me, what would 5g times 2h give you? You can. It's multiplying.
G8.
Perfect. 10gh. Right? If they're different, we don't add exponents. We just write them next to each other. 10gh. What about 2h times 5g? Yeah, also 10gh. Okay, and then the last one, 2h times 2h would give me 4h. Anything else with that?
The second.
Squared, right? H times h would give you h squared.
Well, first of all, sorry, back.
What's up, Hogan?
Well, first, can I start doing the next part?
Yep, what do I do next, Hogan?
We add 10 plus 10.
Good.
That's the-
Yeah, because remember, those two terms have the exact same variable with the same exponent. So we can add together. So we get 25g squared plus what? 20gh. And then bring down plus 4h squared. Do you guys feel like, for the most part, this is pretty easy because of what we did last week?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I got
Harder?
a little bit, but not much. I've got 2 more examples, and then we'll be done. Okay? All right. Okay, here's the first way it gets just a little bit more difficult, is multiplying a binomial times a trinomial. Am I still going to do the exact same process that I did before?
Yes.
Yeah, just distribute. Okay? So, Evan F, what do I distribute first?
The 6x.
Good. Times all 3 of those things. Okay? Evan, can you go and distribute that and tell me what you get?
12x to the third
Good. And then 6x times negative 3x.
minus 18x to the second
Good. And 6x times negative 5.
minus 30x.
Good. Okay? So, I distribute the first term, and then, Reagan, what am I going to distribute next?
Your 5.
5. Okay? Reagan, what's 5 times 2x squared?
10x squared.
Good. What about 5 times negative 3x?
Negative 15. X.
Good. And then 5 times negative 5?
Negative 25.
Okay. All right. Cayenne, do you see any like terms that we could add together?
18x squared and 10x squared.
Okay. Now, should I bring anything down before I do x squared, Cayenne?
Probably.
What has that biggest exponent?
The 12x.
Good. So I'm going to go and bring down 12x3 because I always start with the biggest exponent. Okay. And then like Cayenne said, we can add negative 18 plus 10. What's negative 18 plus 10? Negative 8. Keep the x squared. Okay. Paisley, do you see anything else that we can add together?
The negative 30x and then the negative 15x.
Okay. What is negative 30 plus negative 15?
Negative 45x.
Good. All right. Last thing I have to bring down. negative 25. Okay? We okay with that? All right. Last one. This one gets a little lengthy. Okay? I'm going to give myself some more. Okay, Amy, want to try this one?
I volunteer if nobody else does.
All right. That'd probably be better than drawing an S on our desk. Okay, go, Callan.
3x, this should be,
Okay, tell me what you get when you distribute that 3x. 3x squared.
3x, would it be 4th, right?
You tell me.
Yes,
Okay?
right?
Because we add our exponents. I agree. Next, 3x squared times 5x.
Plus 15x 3,
Good.
and then minus 9x
Mm,
squared.
not 9.
Oh, 12,
Mm.
18.
Which one?
I remember.
What's 3 times 6?
7.
Give me a real answer. 18 what?
X squared.
X squared. Okay. JC, do the next part.
Negative 4 distributed.
Okay. What do I get when I do negative 4 times x squared?
Negative 4x to the third.
Okay. What about negative 4x times positive 5x?
Negative 20x. Is it 2?
Good. And negative 4x times negative 6.
Positive 24x.
Very good. Aiden, last part, please.
2 times x to the second,
Okay. And that would give me,
2x squared,
okay, 2 times 5x
10x,
and 2 times negative 6.
negative 12.
Good. Okay. Alice, what's the first thing I should bring down for my answer?
3x to the fourth power,
Good, because it has the biggest exponent. So I'm going to bring down 3x to the 4th. Then Alice, go ahead and tell me what's the next like terms I should add.
15x and 4, 15x and 4x.
Okay, what's 15x plus negative 4x? Or minus 4x?
11.
11x to the what power? What I just had, you guys?
Third.
X to the 3rd. So remember when we add, it stays the same. Okay, Isis, what would I add next?
Negative 18.
Just those two? And then plus 2. So negative 18 plus negative 20 would give you negative 38. Negative 38 plus 2 would give you what? Negative 36 x squared. Okay? All right. Caden, do you see what I should add next?
24x and 10x,
Which would give you what?
34x.
Okay? And then don't forget to bring down your minus 12. Okay? All right. We feel good about this?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.